Michael Jackson's The Experience came out for Wii in November 2010 and has had great success. The Kinect and the Move version is due to show up in April. Will it be the same? Will it be better? Or will the Wii outshine both of the brand new motion sensors? We're examining that today on this episode of Cena's Corner.
Cena's Corner, world's #1 rhythm game reviewer.
What's up, guys, and welcome to Cena's Corner and my pre-release for the Kinect and the PS Move review of the Michael Jackson Experience. I don't really call this a review. I'll call this kind of my thoughts of what it's going to be, and we leave it to the rest of you guys. Now, I wasn't going to do anything on the Michael Jackson Experience other than the little clip that I've said in another video until it actually got released. But I received a request from someone who's followed me for a very long time, who goes by the name of DWRawlings, who has asked me if I would come and do a piece on what I think of the game after watching a video produced by a guy by the name of Angry Joe. He runs a channel called The Angry Joe Show. On that show, he kind of said that he thought the Wii version would be better than the Kinect because of one piece of footage that was shown that for the Kinect that just looked like it was completely horrendous. And as you guys may or may not know, UbiSoft has been very, very hush-hush on the Kinect and the Move version of this game. Even at E3 2010, when I was there, we did not get to see anything for the Kinect or the Move on this game. They showcased the Wii. Do we believe that they didn't have anything to show us on the Kinect and on the Move? I don't believe that, because they've been working on this game for so long. Of course they had some footage ready. But for whatever reason, which I'll tell you what I believe later on, they did not show that. So the montage that you saw at the very beginning for the game was all based off the Wii. So to be fair to the Angry Joe Show, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, at this point, show you an actual clip from the same clip he showed from a Paris show for the Kinect. Now, he says that he found the only clip that was out there. This is not true, because I have seen this clip and I've seen it about millions of times, and it's been on YouTube now for months. So he didn't just miraculously show up and find this clip that no one else seemed to be able to find. It has been there for months. Like I said, I just wasn't going to do anything on it until it came out, but due to request, here it is. So without further ado, here is the clip from the Paris show last year that is causing the controversy of saying that the Kinect version is going to be worse than the Wii. So check it out. as I said, that is the only clip that I have seen, and Angry Joe has seen, and many other people in the gaming media has seen when it comes to Michael Jackson's experience with the Kinect and the Move. So let me kind of like just solve some issues right here. Because the number one request that DWRawlings has said to me was, please tell me that I'm still going to like this game after watching this video. For one, you are a fool if you base your opinion on what the Kinect or the Move version of this game is going to be like by watching that video. Let me give you a couple of reasons why that is. One, it was probably a very badly done video because 2, it was a beta of the game, and 3, it's a beta of the game. It was something that was just showed and produced in Paris. Again, it was not shown in the US. I have never seen that other than YouTube, okay? You can't base your opinion off of that. Now, I know what he was kind of getting to was that on the Wii version, you see the character of Michael Jackson, you get to dance with him, but on this version, it's a little bit more cool. Because of the fact that they're going to be able to digitize you, at least on the Kinect version, okay? There's not been a lot said about the PS3 Move version either, but we do know that on the Kinect version, they're going to have the ability to digitize you in the game. So in other words, where Michael Jackson, like you saw in this clip, would appear, so he rises out the stage, whatever, that's going to be you rising out the stage and dancing with the dancers on either side of you, okay? But we don't know all the modes, okay? So it's kind of like saying, oh, the Wii's going to be better because I want to dance with Michael and we see Michael in the Wii version, we don't see Michael in the Kinect version. Again, we don't know. I've written UbiSoft and got no response, okay? So they're not saying anything to anybody. Basically, they're keeping this hush, hush, hush. I don't know why. I do think to get some mouse wet and really want to jump into what is going to be the Kinect version of this game, that you would release some kind of a clip so that we can see exactly, but they have not done that. The thing to remember is, first of all, let me give you the release dates. If you don't know, it was supposed to come out in March. Now, the whole story kind of went like this. UbiSoft announced after E3, or during E3, that they were going to have this game come out. Again, they did showcase the Wii version a little bit, okay? Then, just a very little bit, because it was just brand new news. Then it kind of got blown up at other shows. But all systems, the Kinect, the Wii, the PS3 Move, was supposed to have this game released to it in November 2010. However, as the date of November kept quickly approaching, UbiSoft came with a statement that said that the Wii version of the game would be released in November, but the Kinect and the Move version would not be released until March of 2011. The reason that they cited that was because they wanted the the PS3 Move and the Kinect version to be precise, to be crisp, to be dead on of what they wanted to do. Well, ever since then, if you have not heard, the Kinect and the PS3 Move, or the PS Move version, has now gotten pushed back even further. So it will not come out until April 12, 2011 for North America and April 14, 2011 for Europe and abroad. So that's kind of the short story of when it's coming out, okay? Now, they say they want to get this precise. Let us remember that UbiSoft is also the makers of the game Your Fitness Evolved. In this game, they use a brand new technology that they had built, which was to put you flat out in the game. So if you've ever played Your Fitness Evolved, you would see that you are actually digitizing the game. You can stand like this and it's going to scan your body up and down and the whole 9 yards. They're using the same technology in the Kinect version of Michael Jackson Experience. So it's able to put you in and give you a more richer experience. I'm not going to take too much time. There's not a whole lot of stuff to talk about because we don't know. But I did want to come for DWRawlings and kind of like just say, I wouldn't listen to anybody until we get our hands on the game. If he wants to speculate, or anybody wants to speculate that the game is going to be better than the Wii version before you even play it, that is just completely 100% dumb. I believe in being a critic. I am a critic. I'm a reviewer. And I believe in giving you guys what I think. But this is what I think. Period. I know he says this is what I think, but if you listen to him, he sold that the Kinect version is going to be completely hogwashed because of what he saw. You can't make your opinion off of a beta. And that's exactly what that is. It's a beta. It's just like, it's just like Rock Band 3. When we went to E3, Rock Band 3 was there, Rock Band 3 was demo, Rock Band 3 was played. But there was some stuff that wasn't there. You didn't have the extra options menu. The graphics wasn't as crisp as they are when the game came out. Due to some load issues, they didn't have all the songs they wanted to have because it's just a playable demo. My overall opinion of what's going to happen with this game in closing is this. Even if this game was the most horrible game that ever be released on the planet, I think it's going to do huge numbers for the simple fact that it has Michael Jackson's name, and it has Michael Jackson's image, Michael Jackson's music, Michael Jackson's dance move. You can say I'm wrong, but how many millions upon millions upon millions of fans does Michael Jackson have worldwide? How many millions upon millions of people just ran out and bought everything that was Michael Jackson upon his death? And Catherine in the estate is making tons of money. I have a 60-minute app on my iPad that allows me to watch every episode they've ever done, and there was one called A Living for the Dead. And it was talking about artists who makes more money dead than they have alive. Michael Jackson was over $1 million in debt, if not a little bit more than that, when he died. Since his death, he's made over like $220-something million and counting, because they count This Is It. They count his brand new album Michael that was just released. His mother has released a coffee table book full of pictures of Michael that no one's ever before seen. Target has released, or the Michael Jackson Stay 2 Target has released like a 4 DVD set with never before seen videos. All of this goes into his salary. Now we have the making and the release of Michael Jackson The Experience for the Wii, which has done record numbers according to UbiSoft, and now you're going to have the Kinect and the PS Move version. So, head over, just like I said, head over feet. Even if it's the worst game, it's going to sell because it's simply Michael Jackson. In my overall opinion, I don't think the game's going to be bad. I stick by my statement of saying that this is probably the only dance game that will come out that will be able to rival against Dance Central. However, you got to look at it this way too. Dance Central and Michael Jackson Experience is going to be in two different ballparks. For the simple fact, the reason is that Dance Central is simply just a dance game, period. The Michael Jackson Experience is called the Experience because you get to experience his dancing and you get to experience singing. From what you saw in that clip of the Kinect, you can actually sing and dance at the same time if that's what you choose to do. And there's supposedly a whole bunch more to this game. Even though the Michael Jackson Experience would be categorized in a dance genre, I do still think it's a little bit more different than Dance Central because of the things that I just mentioned. However, I do believe in the year 2011, 2010 for Kinect, or for Dance Central because it came at the end, but if you just want to look at overall, the year 2011, I think the two best dance games is going to be on the market will be Dance Central and will be the Michael Jackson Experience. And I bet you any amount of money that anyone who has the Kinect, who likes to dance, will own both of these games in their house. Alright guys, so that's it. Let me know what you think at the bottom. As usual in the comments down here below. You guys know how to reach me, Cena at cenascorner.com. Also, you can reach me at my website, cenascorner.com. Facebook is Cena's Corner, and the Twitter is Cena5401. So that's it. The rest of my fans too at closing. If there's anything you guys want me to talk about that I haven't yet because it's not released or whatever, give you my opinion, feel free to send me a tweet or comment down here below, and I'll be more than happy to take my time and do that for you as always. Alright guys, so that's it. Until next time, I say peace, love, keep rocking out. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll catch you guys the next time.